before we wrap up, we'll go back to the question before was who was your favorite experience with those very big name artists?
Yeah, it's probably Kim Kardashian, bro, purely for the fact that no one believes it happened.
That's fucking massive.
It's crazy.
That is
fucking
massive.
insane.
Where is it? I want to watch it.
No, bro. This was...
So it's written. So
yeah, but even that, the website's been taken down.
Seriously?
So, yeah, it's gone. But,
what was that like? She's presidential.
yeah, this was I want to say 2014.
Okay.
It was 2014. Kanye was coming out for the Yeezus tour.
They were together at that time?
What was that?
They're together at that time?
Yeah, they were together. Yeah, they were together. He was coming out for the Yeezus tour. Then she was coming out because she wanted to promote the Kardashian fashion line was starting at the time. So her publicist had hit me up being like, hey, do you want to write about Kim Kardashian going to Parramatta Westfields and doing a signing? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. There was queues of people. Like, it was crazy.
That was
There's like fucking hundreds of people there and shit. So she was like, can you write an article about this to promote? Because like, obviously it's like, you know, to promote her clothes or whatever. I was like, yeah. So I did it. Sent the article back to the publicist and I said, oh, by the way, if she has any time when she's here, let me know. And the publicist was like, yeah, sweet. Yeah, we'll let you know. Which, you know, when people say they'll let you know.
Again, you threw it out there.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro, this shit works. This shit works. And you can say the most ridiculous shit. And
if it worked with Kim Kardashian,
yeah,
it's going to work with anything.
If it works with Kim Kardashian and Spanian, it's going to work.
Bro. What was that experience like? You sat next to her and...
Yeah. So I went down to the Park Hyatt up in... It's right under the Harbour Bridge. It's like a really fancy hotel. There's all these like fans outside with cardboard signs saying, we love Kanye, we love Kim and shit. And I walked in there dressed how I'm dressed. And security was like, stop. And I'm like, no, I'm here for an interview. And they like escorted me inside the hotel foyer. They gave me like a lanyard. Had to go through 2 more security checks, metal detectors, everything. Because you can imagine like she's obviously like a very important person. And then sat in a room probably like the same size as this. She had a wall with her name printed all over it, like monogrammed all over the wall. She had a table as like celery sticks, macarons, like hummus, like like fruit platter and
aesthetic
shit.
Stuff.
Yeah. And then I remember I was just sitting on a chair, like literally this close. I was just sitting on a chair and I was just like waiting. And there was like 5 of her publicists were standing against like a wall there. And I was just sitting there just being like, what the fuck? This is so weird. Oh, and my boss came because my boss didn't trust that I wasn't going to fuck it up. My boss was like, you're going to do something weird, so I'm going to come. And I was like, all right, sweet. So I'm just like sitting there. And then, yeah, straight up, she just like walks through the door there and just sits there. And she's like, hey. And I was like, hey. It's so fucking weird, bro. And the interview was 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes.
That's quick.
Yeah, this was the days before podcasting when a regular interview with an international star, you normally get around 10 to 15, because back then they go on a press run, right? And they go to a hotel or whatever, and then they'd have like literally like 30 interviews in a row, and they'd give you 10, 15 minutes. And, you know, obviously that's like a whole day of press. Yeah. So yeah, but obviously she's busy. So it was like 5 minutes. And then we just sat and talked about shit. Like, it was so weird, bro.
Were you happy with what you got?
Yeah, it was funny as, bro.
Performed?
It was funny as, but it was almost like the fact that it actually happened. This is what I was talking about before when, you know, you build a brand for yourself as like a journalist or whatever. The fact that it happened and there was a picture of it on Instagram was almost bigger than the article itself. You know what I'm saying? Because people read the article for sure, but it's like the fact that it happened and like people were like, what the fuck?
Is it still on your Insta?
It's on Insta. If you go down to the very bottom of my Insta, which is not that many because I archived all my posts, but like I got like 150 posts or something. If you go down to the bottom, it's there. Yeah. It's funny as, bro. Like, yeah, it's just